45 minutes, that's a long time. I told you, that's right on time. Hey, shout out, man. Shout out to Creator Net. You feel me? Them boys hold it down. They keep a real deal behind the damn camera.
Yes,
we're gonna be running around the city of Austin, holding it down, getting a lot of shit going on. My boy TK over here looking real spiffy.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we doing this shit, man.
Welcome to the Real Deal Talk Podcast with your host, Jmarc.
Hey, it's your boy Jmarc. I got my guest TK over here, boxer.
Yes, sir. We out
up and coming, doing this thing. How's your journey been so far through everything?
So, just started training. So far, it's been going really good. Mike's 4-0, just won Golden Gloves at 147. Extremely grateful. A lot of people put a lot of effort and, hard work into this, hard work and dedication to this sport.
Yeah.
It's definitely not easy. It's definitely challenging. You got to remain disciplined. So, it's been a great journey so far. Anything is possible with God by your side, and I always keep Him first, and I'm able to do it because He's gave me the strength and just the abilities to accomplish these things and these goals.
I think a Creed, I get in the ring, I want to come here. You know what I'm saying? But like getting in the ring, like I feel like boxing, you got to have a different mindset. You got to have a different you got to be cut different. It's different. Like I always want to do boxing, but realistically, I was a football player. I wasn't no boxer, so I don't know what I'll be like if I got in the ring.
I think
take people through it. If somebody, say if you want to inspire the youth out there, take somebody through it, what it's like to get mentally prepared to become a boxer.
Well, first, when you were saying you play football and things like that, man, me knowing that you play football, you was a killer. You had that killer instinct in you too. And
sure.
I think that's, it's the same as boxing. You really have to have that killer instinct because when you're in that ring, you're the only person in there.
Yeah.
So, my advice to, the youth trying to get into boxing, there's definitely going to be times where you want to quit. You get in there and you getting punched on. This ain't football, so you can't really rest. For 3 minutes straight, somebody's trying to, hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, not hurt you, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they trying to knock your head off. Yeah, what you mean?
Fighting.
So my question, here's my next question. So with me, I always watch NFL players, top dog, college All-American players, highlights and stuff like that to stay motivated. You coming into the boxing ranks, is there a certain boxer that you keep up with, or who do you inspire and try to mold your game after? So do you have anybody that you really look up to? You like, damn, I want to model my fucking style of boxing like him?
I would have to say, overall, I kind of look at everybody. I don't just watch just one particular fighter. You want to have that wisdom and learn from, everybody, the greats. If I had to choose just one, I would have to choose Roy Jones Jr. I think that, when he was boxing, he was a killer. I mean, the instincts, and I actually know him. He's actually my mentor. He gives me advice here and there. I was, grateful to meet him in Dallas. And also, for Jeff Mayweather as well, too, which is Floyd Mayweather's uncle. He's, gave me some advice as well, too. So, just keeping in contact with them is really helped me. But I think overall, like Floyd was saying, you want to take a little bit from everybody, and then make it to your own.
On your way to success, like how you say you got Floyd Mayweather's uncle and people like that and mentors, do you think that stuff is vital on getting to the top, having that extra insured motivation to make you realize, hey, I can really do this shit? Because there's a lot of people that be dogs, but they don't know what they have in them until somebody that's already been at the highest of highs where somebody's trying to go tell you, say if Floyd reached out to you hey, shit, you really got something, you're a killer. I'll be like, damn, all right, let me take this shit 10 times more serious. Do you think when you get that extra added motivation from Floyd uncle, that helps you go harder? Do you think that shit is needed essentially throughout your campaign?
Whatever you want to do, you should have motivation to go and go get it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to get it for you. Nobody's going to hold your hand throughout life because life is hard,
That's hell.
And so if you got to have yourself at the end of the day. But if you're not putting in the work and you're not, motivating yourself to get up, ain't nobody going to motivate you to do it.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's just a plus that they see it too. It's very reassuring. It just boosts up your confidence, your motivation to go even harder because now not only do you see it, but when you see other people see it in you too, I think it gives you that extra momentum and it boosts.
Sure. Yeah. So what even brought you to the sport of boxing? Because my bad to cut you off, but
oh no, you're good.
The sport of boxing, to be honest, no disrespect, it was kind of dying off.
It was.
Before the pandemic, I mean, you had your heavy hitters like Errol Spence and people like that. But then for the most part, like, it was dying. You had people like Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
I don't know how the hell I drew blank on that. But you got people like Mike Tyson fighting, and then Nate Robinson, of all people, doing celebrity matches. People like, man, what the hell? And then when the Jake and Logan Pauls came to the surface, everybody's like, oh, hell no. But honestly, I think that shit was good for the sport. It made that shit buzz again.
It was.
Now everybody's like, oh, I want to box. Like, if they can do it, like, now you got the fucking Fury, the little younger brother of Tommy Fury, the little younger brother. He was on a fucking, like, a Love Island type show. He was on a damn dating show. Now he's boxing.
Yeah.
And now a lot of people are saying that shit and trying to, like, change the game. I feel like the game of boxing is getting back to where it needs to be.
Yeah, it's definitely getting more attention, and I'm glad that you brought that up because, you know, for a minute I thought the same thing too. Boxing was kind of dying after the Floyd era kind of happened. You know, it started to die a little bit. But I think that, you know, Logan Paul, you know, I think they brought it back. You know, honestly, I think the celebrity matches really brought it back because it got people
fucking hate them.
Yeah.
I don't know why they fucking hate Logan and Jake Paul.
I don't think they necessarily hate him. It's just it's more for entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have those that hate and you know, gonna have people that like it. But I think that overall it was very good for boxing because it brought it back up. It brought the views back up, in my opinion. You know, you see a lot of people just tuning into it. You know, with everybody watching the movie Creed, now everybody wants to box as well too. So it's just like it's been growing back up, and you know, we got the big fight with Ryan Garcia and Tank is coming up. So a lot of people's gonna be tuned into that, and you know, you just see
Tank is a dog.
Yeah, he is.
Tank is a fucking dog.
That man is a dog. For sure.
For sure.
Yes, sir. But yeah, you're definitely right though. It definitely came back because of.
What drew you to the game of boxing? Like, what attracted you to it?
I would have to say what brought me to it. You know, I've always been an athlete in general. You know, playing sports in college, playing sports in high school. When I first went to boxing, I was like, you know what? Let me just use this as a way to train. But you know, I'm very competitive at anything that I do. So I wanted to start boxing, and then. You know, once I had my first spar, my first 2 spars, people started seeing that I was like at 147, 6'3". They was like, man, you need to try to go far with this. Yeah. And
so you got into it at first as just a part of it, just a way to keep you active.
Yeah. That's when I really just started. But then I started realizing that, you know, I had a big advantage with my reach. And then I started taking it a lot more seriously.
Because you long as hell.
Yeah, I definitely got to reach. And so, you know, fighting at 147 is unheard of. You know, the last person that was around that height was, you know, Thomas Hearns, Hitman Hearns. And
Hitman.
Yeah, so for me to be at 147, 6'3", you know, is a big advantage. That's what really got me into it.
Yeah. So this takes me to my next question. How do you say you prepare yourself mentally before a fight?
Well, the first thing I do is I just pray. You know, I pray before. I pray every day, but, you know, I definitely pray before I get into that ring because at the end of the day, people want to see a show. Yeah. You know, people want to see some entertainment. I think that's really helped me out a lot, getting to the zone. And like I said, when I go in there, it's either me or you. You know, when you step in the ring, it's just me and you.
So you don't ever get psyched out or nothing. You ain't never went to a fight like, damn, that nigga might be. He might be all right.
Nah, because when you think like that, you already lost.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you gotta never underestimate anybody, even if you can't beat them. You know, you never want to underestimate anybody because everybody has that one punch that they can land and it's all over.
It's raps.
That's all it takes. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, I've been working really hard. I gotta believe in what I've been doing.
Yeah, hell yeah, 100%.
And, you know, one of my teammates, Wazi, had told me that it don't matter what they did before, it's about what they did that week to get prepared, what they've been doing for that fight camp to get prepared for this fight, you know, because every fight is different. Style makes matches. So,
do you truly believe that week by week it changes? Like, say if you've been BSing all week and you got a fight come up and you lose or whatever, all that stuff is going to reflect on Saturday?
Yeah, I think that if you wasn't mentally prepared, you know, going into it, since you've been knowing about the fight, then you're not gonna be ready. But that's why you always
because people can say that, oh, that's obvious, but like shit in football, we had some dudes we used to call off the couch. Yep. They don't do nothing extra outside of football.
But they just
when they got out that couch, they got out there. I remember in high school we had a dude first game out of jail, nigga, first touch, 60-yard touchdown. So damn, this
if you got it, you got it.
It's crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Everything comes from
I was just saying that just to say, man, like, yeah, if you got it, you got it. But to an extent though in certain sports. Like boxing is one of those sports where you can't. I feel like you can't just. If you got it, you got it. Because conditioning, the cardio, all that type of stuff factor in. Because your homie yesterday, he was saying like, I'm not conditioned right now. I can't even throw my combos because I know I'm not conditioned. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that right there just shows you like, you know, what you put into it is gonna show up.
Yeah, boxing is a sport that would definitely show it.
That's a whole different adrenaline boost too, huh?
you definitely gonna see it. Yeah, it is different for sure.
Like when you're boxing in the ring, do you feel like the adrenaline got you? It's a whole different.
It is pumping.
Yeah,
it is pumping a little bit more than football.
I feel like it remind me of running from a damn dog in the neighborhood as a kid or some shit.
Yeah, it's definitely. I ain't never ran for no dog, but I can imagine.
Yeah,
you know,
I just know my adrenaline going crazy. I'm like, oh hell no.
Cause you gotta think about it, like you know, the crowd's cheering, you know, and
then I feel like with boxing, everybody's like, ooh, I want the big oohs and ahs. I want to. You feel me? Knock somebody's ass out and be like,
it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. Because I know you done had some fights where you done hit somebody and everybody like, ooh.
Yeah, I had a lot of them so far. I've won all of my fights unanimous. In my last fight, I won by RCA, meaning the coach threw in the towel.
Yeah.
During the Golden Gloves Championship, he threw it in the towel.
You like them ooh moments, huh?
Yeah, when you definitely can hear it, because you can hear it. You can still hear everything that's being said. Yeah. So
you hearing the ooh moments,
you know you landed.
But does that tee you up to go even harder and go?
It does, but you also want to remain patient
for sure
and still calm because you don't want to go in there wild, then you get caught slipping.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever almost been caught? I mean, you say you're undefeated, but have you almost been caught slipping?
Never caught slipping.
So far, you just killing the count.
Yeah, I mean, you gonna get hit regardless. I mean, it's boxing. You gonna get hit.
For sure.
But never just got hit to where I'm like, oh, like, dang. You know what I'm saying? But I've definitely got hit a couple times in the matches. Like, sparring, that's different. Sparring, I mean, you want to work on all your flaws. So when I go into sparring is more about, you know, learning from your mistakes, trying out new things to prepare you for the fight.
For sure.
It's a little different. You know, you're going to get knocked down here and there. But as far as an actual match, you know, so far I've been blessed to not be knocked down or anything like that or be seriously injured or
because I put on, what's that damn big ass blue thing where y'all put on y'all punch?
You know, I know what you're talking about, but I have no idea.
Whatever it is, when y'all coach put it on, I put it on yesterday just bullshitting around. Coach was hitting me in my gut. I was like, ooh, this shit was hurting. So that shit was tough as hell.
Oh, no, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is your regimen like training for each fight?
So, you know, after my work, if I know I'm fighting that 2 weeks in advance, then it just depends on the fight camp, how long the fight camp is. But typically, you know, I'll wake up around like 4 a.m. I'll get a run in the beginning, maybe just run for like 2 miles, just like little jog 2 miles, come back.
Yeah.
You know, take a shower, you know, eat, go to work, and then after work, go to boxing.
Take me, and off the top, my fault to cut you off. Take me through it because I seen you was cutting one time. You had on that big ass gray like trash bag. You was running on the treadmill. You was like, yo, I just ran for like 4 hours, trying to drop like 5 pounds. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no way. Like,
it was tough.
Take me through that because I know you got to be a dog mentally to even think about something like that. So take me through that.
You never want to run before a fight, but I had made poor choices and decided to eat some enchiladas from Lupe. I think it was called Lupe something. And I ate a lot of enchiladas, and it sat in me. And so, you know, in the Golden Gloves, you got to make weight. You got to be at You got to be at 146 and below. I mean, we fight at 147, but it's always safe to be at 146 and below.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, I was at 154, 153. So I'm like, oh my God. So I had to hit the treadmill, put on my sauna suit, hit the treadmill, didn't stop running until I lost weight. Yeah. Then when I got there, I still had to run because they told me.
How many miles did you run in that?
Honestly, I think maybe like 4 miles, and this was all before the fight.
Yeah, no, I remember. So I was watching the snaps like this motherfucker crazy.
So it was like I was exhausted, but you know, it's just something I had to do. I made poor choices by eating a big meal, and I thought it was gonna go away, but it didn't go away. It sat in me, and
did that affect you for the fight?
You said what?
Did it affect you?
Like
all the hard conditioning before the fight?
Yeah, it definitely did. I was definitely not as fast as I thought, you know.
You felt lethargic?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I did. Yeah. But, you know, it didn't stop me from, you know, doing what I had to do. You know, I kept a jab at his face. Yeah. And, you know, it showed. His face was bleeding. So, you know.
He said his face was bleeding.
Nah, his face was bleeding. I got the video.
Leaked them?
Yeah, it was leaking. They had to stop.
Y'all remember you
it.
pointing? You said this the blood on the shoe from the.
Oh yeah. Blood was on the shoe. Blood was on my uniform and my outfit. So yeah, it was definitely a hard night for him.
I was just going to ask you, what was your favorite boxing memory? Would that be it?
I think that will be one of them because he was talking while we were fighting. And I don't like
love a talker. Teach your ass, yeah.
Yeah, so it always feels a little good when they talking and you beating them up.
Easy.
Because I don't talk when I'm fighting. I just fight.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you gotta come show me. You can do whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, you gotta come show me.
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment was my first fight. Winning my first fight. Because all of my opponents that I fought, they all been training for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've only been training for 5 months total.
Yeah.
So it's like, to go in there with, some people that's been training for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Beat him by unanimous, meaning that all the referees, voted on your side each round.
That felt good.
It felt really good. My family was there. My friends came to support. Even people that I didn't even think that would come, they came to support.
Yeah.
People from San Antonio came all the way to Austin. People from Houston came all the way to Austin to come see me fight in my first fight.
So having that support is vital.
Having supporters is very vital. You can't do nothing without them.
At all.
And so, every time I fight, I always remain humble, and every time I practice, I always remain humble. But you also got to have that dog in you that when it's time to turn up, it's time to tee up.
For sure. Yeah. So I kind of want to pivot over now. Like, we know TK as a boxer, but, like, who is TK as a human? Like, explain to people who you are. Like, give us a little background about you.
Gotcha. So, born and raised in Houston, Texas. I have 3 younger siblings, so I was the oldest on my mom's side, but I'm the middle child, but the first oldest boy on my dad's side. Growing up, church was a big thing. My mom always took me to church. I'm a Christian, big boy since I was young.
Growing up in the South, it's a must.
Yeah. So the respect thing was there, I actually started off playing the drums and the piano. So I was still musically talented. I ended up performing with John Legend and Carrie Underwood when I was younger.
Oh, for real? Damn, where you performing them at?
So it was, I think back in 2008, they came for like the All-Star games and stuff. They was performing like Green Light.
When it was all in Houston, huh?
Yeah, when everything was
y'all was doing the damn thing out there, huh?
And so, my dad is a celebrity chef. So, he was cooking for them and he put me on. I ended up performing on Fox 26 News as well, too, drumming. And so that's what my talent just was. Yeah, so I started off with the drumming and the piano, playing for different churches as well, too. And, did that. And then got into sports, obviously. Football, basketball, all of that. In high school, I played a total of 5 different sports.
Yeah.
I was on varsity for them for football and soccer. Played other sports as well too, like baseball as well too. So I played every sport. I was always active. I was on the debate team. Yeah. I won awards in that as well too. And so anything that I put my mind to, I've always achieved it. But I always remember that all these gifts and all these accomplishments that I made, it came from above.
For sure.
And so I always kept God first, family first.
It's only right.
And, I was able to achieve these things. And, I always be grateful for, my opportunities that I get. And I always remember where I come from, and I always remember the people that helped me along the way.
Humble beginnings.
I never want to forget the people who helped me, gave me advice here and there. Even my teachers, just giving me little feedbacks here and there about just, like, life lessons. They wish they would have done differently.
For sure.
My family, too. They wish they would have done differently.
Yeah.
And so growing up, my uncle always told me, work now, play later.
Yeah.
Meaning work now, get it out your way while you're young, so when you're older, you don't got to work
as hard. That's all I always say. Go hard for the 20s and set yourself up for the rest of life.
Exactly.
Because shit, if not, your ass going to be chasing that bag 30, 40, 50, stressing forever until you're in the grave.
Exactly. So I'm a very determined person.
For sure.
Very genuine as well, too. You meet me and I say, I got you.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about nothing. I'm always trying to take care of people however I can, even if the homeless. I don't really give homeless money, but I do give them food here and there. And so I just try to do whatever I can. And I always reciprocate energy. And I always tell people, like, don't
energy is big.
Oh, it is. I always tell people, don't block people's blessings. If you want to receive blessings, you can't be blocking people's blessings. Because if you block people's blessings, you can't receive blessings. So it's like, it's one of those, you always want to.
Because I'm a firm believer in that shit. The same shit you put in, the same shit you're going to get out.
Facts. And so,
straight up.
growing up, you know, that, and then also you got to realize too, like, you know, when you do big things and you make it accomplishments, there's gonna be people who don't like that. You know, you got to be prepared for that.
You still gotta pop your shit though.
Yeah, you still gotta, you know, ignore the negativity and just keep grinding and stay on your path. You know, I see a lot of people worrying about other people. Like, focus on you, focus on your goals. Don't let nobody tell you what you
don't compare, because a lot of people compare. See, we live in such a generation where everybody's just comparing and just get weird. Like, oh, did you see little Sally Lou on TikTok? She blew up. I'm like, bro, that's cool. That was her calling, her way to get it. Now find you a way. Let it motivate you, but find you your own path and way. Like, everybody get too caught up in this comparing shit.
But yeah, I always...
And I've had family members where I struggle with. I get on my soapbox with them like, yo, focus on you, bro.
Facts.
You got to build you and your lifestyle. Whatever lifestyle you want to build, you got to build that shit from you and from the ground up.
Facts. And I always tell people, make decisions for yourself. Don't make decisions based off of other people or what other people are saying. Make decisions off of you. You living your life. You your own person. So.
What Future say? Making temporary decisions causing permanent pain. I said, damn, Future. You went crazy on that one. So, yeah, at the end of the day, you got to, success is defined on how you want to find it, on what lens you view it. And I'm just talking about in everybody's own lenses in life. Like, everybody just, oh, they're successful this, they're successful that. Whatever makes you happy and makes you sleep at the end of the night is successful for you.
Facts.
And that's why I just always, I had to, because I'm not gonna lie, I used to struggle with that for a little second, and then I had to realize, like, what the fuck am I doing comparing myself to another man? That's weird. I stay in my lane.
Facts.
I stay in my lane, and that's how I stay level with through everything.
And I just support, you know, and I always make
and if you be genuine, God, the blessings, earth, whatever you believe in, it's gonna come back and bless you.
It is. I always try to make connections wherever I go. You know, never forget the people that help you out.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not, life is not easy. You know, you're gonna definitely, you can't do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you want to have that drive to do, you know, take care of your own business, but eventually there's gonna be a time where you're gonna need somebody to have your back.
Yeah.
And it's always good to have somebody behind you, supporting you, pushing you when you don't want to do something, you know, or when things are getting hard. So yeah, my relationship with my dad and my family in general I'm really close with my family. I'm a very family-oriented person. Like I said, I grew up in church, so we're very close-knit. And so yeah, my relationship with my dad is really great.
You know, with one like you, cool, faith-based, level-headed, I know people probably find it hard to be like, damn, this motherfucker's a boxer. That's all I'm saying. Like, you put on a whole different shield when you get in that ring, huh?
Yeah, it is different.
Because it's crazy just seeing, like, me knowing you off the mic before boxing and knowing you going to boxing. I was like, damn. At first, I was like, damn, TK finna box. Didn't doubt you or nothing, but I was just like, it was different because I know how you are. Like, I don't know. I always thought boxers were always just these big brutes just walking around, these macho motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But when knowing you now, I'm like, okay, like, it don't matter what all that is, because as soon as you get in the ring, bro, you character switch.
Yeah, it's a mindset. It's all about the mindset. You know, off the ring is definitely not the same as in the ring, but in the ring, like I said, it's a different mindset to have. You have to be a dog. You can't go in there because you're risking your health. You're risking these are injuries. These are major. I mean, you're getting punched in the head consistently. You know, multiple rounds. You know, it's 3 minutes each round, so it's not like a 30-second fight you see out in the streets. Yeah. You know, these are.
What would you say what was your welcome to boxing moment?
Oh, my boy Travis, my teammate Travis, he caught me with a body shot, and I was on the ground. It was actually my first time I met my Cuban coach too, Coach Dacier from Cuba. And,
Travis put you on the ground?
Yeah, he put me on the ground.
Damn, shout out to Travis for putting that boy TK on the ground.
Yeah, he hit me with a body shot.
He said, "Bye, come here."
Yeah. I was hitting him with some jabs. This
is sparring?
Yeah, sparring.
Now that people know a little bit more about you and stuff, TK, the boxer, what's next? What can people expect for you from you over the next 6 months? With boxing, what's the next?
Just more fights, you know, just growing as a fighter, getting that experience, and taking more fights, you know, getting prepared for the big tournaments coming up. As everybody knows, the Olympics trials is this year for boxing, and so, you know, the plan is to get there. You know, it'll be a great accomplishment to represent Team USA.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it's definitely gonna be hard because, like I said, these people have been fighting some of these people have been fighting since they was 8. This is what they live for.
Yeah.
You know, some people
A
graduate.
lot of people have been training for these Olympic trials.
Yeah, so it's definitely not. It's not a walk in the park. It's gonna be a journey. But and I definitely know I got some work to do. Got some work cut out for me.
Hey, so and one last question. We finna get ready to take off here soon. Where can people find information about the fights, locations? Where is that gonna be at?
So I would say right now, my social media, TikTok, and it's your boy TK. So YOBOI TK, and then my Snapchat TK_Trill. The Trill comes from the Houston part because I'm from Houston. So TK_.
Look at that boy. He ain't Trill.
He
ain't Trill.
You know what I'm saying? We're from the H-Town, hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So
Triple drown.
Yes, sir.
H-Town top drown, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Head ass. H-Town.
So now we out there.
What about the IG? You ain't on IG, man?
Yeah, I will be bringing that. I will be bringing that back. It will be coming out soon, so I definitely will be doing that soon. And then my YouTube will be coming up back soon. Has some minor conflicts, but I'll be starting up a new YouTube, reposting all my videos, and we're gonna get right.
Yeah.
And I would like to thank you guys for having me on the podcast as well too.
Yeah. Shout out to the production crew.
Yes,
My boy
sir.
Aunt Louise. You know what I'm saying? They holding it down.
Yes, sir.
Creators Net. Y'all better be looking out. There's gonna be a lot of content dropping soon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, your boy Jmarc.
Yes, sir. Your boy
My
TK.
guest TK. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. Peace.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody supporting. Shout out to the family and the friends. Shout out to the crew.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
All right, big production.
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Good. Are we famous?
Soon to be.
We on the way.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what we want to see.
Yeah, we on the way up. We
You guys need anything?
We actually just getting done. How you doing today? What's your name?
Mark.
Nice to meet you, Mark. TK.
TK. All right. Well, enjoy yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
You
for
too.
meeting you.
Yes, sir. You have a good one. Hey, shout out to OG. I don't know who the hell he is, but shout out to OG, man. You feel me?